Rich in culture and history with numerous tourist attractions, the southeast region of Nigeria, comprising states like Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo, has been recognized for its economic potential due to several factors, yet struggle to attract investment. Unfortunately, the southeast, known for their dominance in trade and commerce, may have lost this edge, as many find it more attractive to invest outside the region due to better business environment. On Panorama today, we shall explore the diverse investment potentials driven by its economic activities, natural resources, infrastructure development, skilled workforce, and market demand, as well as factors hindering investment in the zone. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us live from Enugu Network Center. I am Comfort Ayim. Vice President Kashim Shettima has arrived at Macton International Airport, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, to represent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the commissioning and naming of a $315 million oil production and storage facility. In a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President Stanley Nkwoncha, said the facility, a fully Nigerian-owned oil and gas company acquired by Oriental Energy Limited, is scheduled for commissioning. Vice President Kashim Shettima was received on arrival by UAE Ambassador to Nigeria, Salem Said A.I. Shams, in charge of the affairs of the Nigerian Embassy in the UAE, Ambassador Zayan Ibrahim, and Engineer Goni Musa Sheikh, Executive Vice Chairman of Oriental Energy Resources Limited, among other officials. Among the Vice President's entourage are the governors of Borno State, Professor Babagana Zulum, and that of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Sule, as well as the Special Advisor to the President on General Duties in the Office of the Vice President, Dr. Aliyu Modibo Umar. And the United States of America is extending its know-how to reposition Nigeria's livestock sector. U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills, extended this hand of friendship while interacting with the Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Maiha, in Abuja. Yusuf Jika reports.
The visit by the United States Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills, to the Ministry of Livestock Development indicates a future that looks bright for Nigeria's livestock value chain, as it highlights on key areas of mutual economic benefits. U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria believes that with a partnership, much will be achieved in food security and nutrition program, and welcomes federal government idea for the creation of the ministry.
We know how important livestock and the whole range of livestock, because you and I were talking about cattle, swine, chickens, sheep, goats, is to combating food insecurity in this country and promoting your trade opportunities.
Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Maiha, says research and development are key in actualizing the mandate of the ministry, revealing plans to leverage technology and tracking cattle rustling, among other challenges constituting setbacks.
Looking for collaborations, for partnership from those societies, those economies, those countries that have had advanced management system of their livestock industry. The areas we are looking at, Your Excellency, one is breed improvement. Here we do believe that there are a lot of breeds of cattle, sheep and goats that can adapt well under the tropics.
The minister assured of the ministry's commitment to make full utilization of grazing reserves across the country with necessary infrastructure to serve as remedy to the long-age farmer-herder clashes. In Abuja, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Nigeria has reaffirmed that all versions of the 1,500 and 200 banknotes, including old and redesigned notes, remain valid legal tender indefinitely as upheld by a Supreme Court ruling on November 29, 2023. Statement by Acting Director of Corporate Communications, Hakama Sidi Ali says, the public is advised to disregard claims that the old notes will cease to be legal tender on December 31, 2024. Nigerians are encouraged to continue using all Naira notes and to adopt electronic payment methods to reduce dependence on cash. Infrastructural deficits, labor taxation, and get-rich-quick syndrome are some of the factors militating against the economic advancement of the southeast region of Nigeria. This formed the opinion of some respondents who believe that the region can regain its place as the fastest-growing economy in the world. In this special report, Chika Okore underscores the investment potentials inherent in the region and where to go.
The southeast region of Nigeria, comprising Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia, Anambra, and Imo states, is endowed with natural resources such as fertile land, coal, granite, and oil. The rich cultural heritage of the people encourages hard work, innovation, and self-contentment. Dr. Daminabo Uko-Jaja from Rivers State is an industrialist who narrated how the creativity and ingenuity of an average Igbo man shaped his entire being.
The Igbo man is a sound business person, honestly. From what I know about them when I was at Onitsha for 12 years before I moved to Port Harcourt. The challenges of business growth in Igbo land, particularly the industries, is lack of support from government.
Although taxation, rural-urban migration, and paucity of funds were identified as obstacles towards industrialization of the region, the need for government to provide basic social amenities that could attract both local and foreign investors dominated opinions of some key players.
We need to invest heavily in agriculture. As it is now, most of the things that are consumed in the southeast are brought in from outside the southeast, and it doesn't augur well for the economy of the southeast.
Though we were making money developing other areas, but coming home became our challenge, especially these days that people talk about insecurity. But I will assure you that the issue of insecurity is overhyped.
Since the people are naturally enterprising in every reasonable sense, if concerned authorities will consciously press on by providing an enabling business environment, there will be an economic rebirth and re-engineering in the southeast and Nigeria by extension. In Enugu, Chika Okore, NTA News.
That background report by Chika brings us to the business of the day: economic potential in the southeast region and factors hindering investment. Joining me to do this is a development expert and investment promoter, Dr. Ifedi Okwenna. Doctor, you're welcome to Panorama.
Thank you very much. So my pleasure being here.
All right. So let's begin by asking you the sectors you think have the most growth potential in the southeast region. Sectors.
Yeah, in the southeast, I think, apart from commerce, which we are all known for, which is our own, because when you talk of southeast, you talk of commerce. The area that with great potential is automobile. A lot of automotive component parts are now coming from the southeast, because people may not know the two biggest motor manufacturing industries in Nigeria, Inosim and Oma Motors, are from the southeast. That is the big one. But beyond this are the manufacturing of automotive component parts. A lot of companies are doing it, especially in the Navy and surrounding areas. That is a place of great potential. Agriculture too, because even though we don't have land, the fact remains that we are applying agro-innovation technologies, especially people are now doing greenhouse farming, people are now doing bag or sack farming. These are things, and people have advanced in irrigation. And these are the things that are making them. I think we are taking it as a challenge because food is becoming too costly in the southeast, and people are now going to eat with much effort now to be able to produce our food. And I believe going forward that in the next few years we are going to have a lot of produce that we may not even need produce from any part.
Thank you, sir. You talked about trending investment. Looking back in the day, what are the investment potentials in the region, looking at yesteryears?
Well, yesteryears, we used to be the leading economy not only in the south, but in the rest of the world, because there was a planning. Mainly, the upper administration of Eastern Nigeria did a lot in putting agriculture putting us at advantage in agriculture. Palm was everywhere then. We have palm plantations here and there. That's why you can see palm plantation in today's Abia, today's Imo, and today's River State. They were all there, but things were losing them. The manufacturing, we were industrial manufacturing hub then. Now today, those manufacturing is still coming up. Agro is coming up because we are thinking of agriculture in terms of the fact that we produce and we do not export raw component, but we must process it to a secondary level. So Southeast is becoming prepared because we have a set of governors who are eager to develop, and we in the Southeast Business and Investment Group are equally working hard to synergize and catalyze, stimulate the businesses. We are trying to pair them with small, medium-scale industry because 70% of businesses in the Southeast are SMEs. And because they're SMEs, we are trying to inject funds with SME, with the partnership we are building with other parts of the world. I think definitely this is an area where we are putting emphasis.
Okay, are there tourist attractions? Looking at the Ogbunike Cave, Ohom Waterfall, and name them.
Yeah, of course, the tourism is a great area we are good at. Because we are overshadowed what we are having. I remember I see one of somebody commentators out there saying that our security situation is overhyped. The reality is far more worse than, far more
Before we talk about challenges, can you highlight these tourist attractions that could attract investment, yes?
Yeah,
investors.
People can invest in hospitality industry in the Southeast because Southeast is a location people go. And then we have area of natural tourism location, like you mentioned, the Ogbunike Cave, the home waterfalls, and so many other waterfalls in the Southeast. And we believe that those areas, people can invest into it. And when they invest into it, it's going to yield because Southeast has become a location. And one advantage we have in Southeast is now we have transportation system. We now have airports in almost all the states of the Southeast, and people can navigate there with the way it is. And there are component projects that are ongoing, coming up now that will aid tourism. The new economic city that is coming up now is
in Aba.
In Abia area is a 10,000 hectare project. It has component for tourism, has component for education, has component for hospitality infrastructure. So these are the things that will eventually boost tourism in the Southeast.
Thank you. Now, how do you assess the risks associated with investment in the Southeast?
Well, the risk in Southeast is not peculiar to Southeast. It is the risk associated with businesses everywhere. What are the risks? Investment. If any investor is looking at access to capital, access to market, and if anytime you don't have a good access to market, definitely you may not sell. But the way it is now, you can move your product out there. And because our emphasis now is on manufacturing, taking our product beyond primary level, we're not interested in anybody exporting or selling raw food. But as you are processing it, you can move it and preserve it, and then you can now export. We are encouraging the SMEs to think export, because that is the only way we can be able to access foreign exchange.
All right. What role do you think government policies play in shaping investment opportunities here?
Yeah, government is all, because if we look at the challenges, it's challenge of land acquisition, and government can do a lot by first and foremost, liberalizing the land tenure system, making people have to access land for investment. And then the ease of doing business need to be looked into. Government have to think of removing taxes, giving companies opportunity tax holidays that will take them several years before they start paying taxes.
Thank you. Before we let you go, what advice would you give to someone looking to invest in the Southeast Zone?
Well, of course, if you are coming to Southeast Zone, you are coming to a big market that because we are contiguous. The 5 states are contiguous. So if you are doing that, you must be able to prepare yourself to develop the capacity so that you can be able to have the economy of scale. So we encourage people to come to Southeast because Southeast is where to be investment-wise. We're all together. Big market. Onitsha, Aba, these are all big market. Anywhere is turning to another big market. So, and Ebonyi State too, where agro components are coming. There are areas of investment, and we are looking forward that somewhere in Abuja State we should think of a trade-free zone in that area, because that area is good, especially near the airport, the new airport. It should be a trade-free zone so that agro-component parts, materials will be congregated there and people can now take it to the rest of the world.
Thank you very much. The message is clear and simple. Dr. Ifedi, good to see you, and thank you for coming on Panorama.
Thank you very
Let's
much.
take a break now. More reports thereafter. Do join us again.
The counsel of our fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
The Universal Basic Education Commission has applauded the Enugu State government for initiating the over 260 smart green schools to cater for basic education in the state and guarantee a sustainable future for the younger generation. Chika Ugu reports that the Executive Secretary of the Commission, Dr. Hamid Bob Boys, gave the commendation during a walking visit to Governor at the Government House.
Education, no doubt, is a powerful tool for reducing poverty, improving health, growing the nation's economy, and securing the future of the people. Enugu State government is not unaware of these numerous benefits, reason for the construction of the 260 smart green schools in all wards in the state. A feat which at first seemed not feasible, but has left many singing praises and attracted the team from UBEC to the state.
I came, the Commissioner of Education, we went around, so the smart. But what I saw was the practicalization of many of the theories that we used to have about these things.
Governor Peter Ambassador the move to dedicate 33% of the state's budget to education is deliberate to address poverty and unemployment.
Get the basic education, the universal basic education for our children, but not necessarily just for the word, but also for the substance, to make sure that we get our children, we capture them from a young age of 3, make them go through the early child learning.
To sustain the initiative of Smart Green Schools, 17 Smart Senior Secondary Schools and 8 Science, Technology and Vocational Schools in all the federal constituencies will be built to absorb the graduates of the Smart Basic Education School. In Enugu, Chika Ugu, NTA News.
strengthening the nation's security architecture through collaboration between citizens and the law enforcement agencies, as well as embracing value system integrity and hard work, are some of the factors stakeholders say can move Nigeria forward, especially in this challenging moment. This was the focus at a sensitization flag-off organized by the National Orientation Agency in Enugu. Uchenna Namele's report is here presented.
The sensitization is aimed at interacting with the stakeholders and general public on the need to strengthen the security architecture, expand policy initiatives, and improve collaboration. Parents were also advised to inculcate good morals, family values in their children, and shun get-rich-quick syndrome. The Director General, represented by the Director and Coordinator Environment, Climate and Energies, said citizens must reject shortcut to wealth, embrace hard work, and utilize government initiatives to make life better.
We also know that actions has consequences. And because the government is sensitive and has a conscience for the well-being of its citizenry, that is why we have come up with this exercise.
We are sensitizing citizens on seeing something, saying something, that we should make information available at any time. We should make police our friends.
Some stakeholders emphasize the need to uphold human rights law in the country, stressing that no person should be subjected to torture or inhuman treatment.
Teach the children values. Tell them to be patient. Tell them there is no hurry in life. Tell them it's only when they are patient that's why they can make it in life.
Achieve security in Nigeria involves collaboration efforts of government institutions, civil society organizations.
The town hall meeting has as its theme promoting awareness, ethical values, and national development.
Up next is Sports Update with Oibo as our guide.
Let's begin with the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) Match Day 17. Lobby Stars down the table face Plateau United at the Lafia Township Stadium, while Shooting Stars with 24 points go against Kano Pillars with 22 points at the Lekon Salami Stadium in Ibadan. Elsewhere, the development of baseball and softball in Nigeria has been highlighted as a key area of focus, with experts believing that proper development of the sport can not only promote them but also boost the Nigerian economy. Speaking with the President, Nigerian Baseball, Softball and Little Leagues Association, local manufacturing of the sport kits is already underway in Nigeria.
So indigenous skills are being harnessed, baseballers are being developed, quality baseballers are also potentially being exported to showcase their skills. Baseball is big money. If you think football gives you good sign-on fee, try baseball.
Lastly, unified heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk has included former two-time champion Anthony Joshua in his list of top 5 boxers in the world, despite defeating the British-Nigerian boxer twice. The Ukrainian, who is preparing for his heavyweight rematch against Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia on December 21st, made the surprise inclusion. Meanwhile, the winner of their clash could potentially face Joshua in 2025. With Sports Update, Peter Oibo, NTA News. NTA News. NTA News. NTA News. NTA News.
The main pitch and the track of the MKO Abiola International Stadium have been removed completely to give space for new ones to be laid, while contractors are working hard to get the entire stadium ready for the festival. The construction of the world-class swimming pools, the tennis court, and other facilities are also progressing. The Center for Indoor and Outdoor Games in Ijeja area is like a construction site as contractors are busy working to turn the center to a befitting edifice.
When you look at the facilities being put together, even within this MKO stadium, you would agree with me that Ogun State is ready to unleash to Nigerians an amazing festival that's never been seen before.
I know by the people put together by His Excellency the Governor, they will do a very good job. And from what I've seen, the facilities are coming out the way it should come out. And I'm happy about that.
From the level of preparation and everything you've seen so far, you know that indeed we are ready. We are hosting the nation, and this thing is in partnership with the federal government. The first task for us is to ensure that we give both the officials and athletes the best of welfare.
Stakeholders emphasize the commitment of government to make sports a veritable tool for socio-economic development of the country. In Abeokuta, Lekon Agbonde, NTA News.
Panorama today from Enugu Network Center. On behalf of myself and the production crew, we thank you for watching. Do stay with us for the rest of our programs. Good afternoon.